Welcome to Methacton High School. I'm Dr. Jason Sorgini, principal of Methacton High School and a proud Methacton alum. Our school is an academically oriented, comprehensive high school that serves nearly 1,600 students from Lower Providence and Worcester Townships. Through the support and dedication of our faculty, staff, and administration, we are able to provide academic, extracurricular, and athletic opportunities to our students across a wide variety of subject and interest areas. Methacton students achieve well above both state and national averages on assessments such as the SAT and ACT, and an average of nearly 97% of our graduates go on to continue their formal education, with nearly 80% planning to attend 4-year colleges and universities, and 10% attending a 2-year technical or trade school. Last year, 14 Methacton students were honored as National Merit Scholarship finalists, and 12 students were recognized as National Merit Commended Scholars. While attending Methacton, students may choose to take one or more of the 21 advanced placement courses offered and 26 honors level courses. Through a joint partnership with Montgomery County Community College, students may schedule for a slight fee dual enrollment courses that allow students to earn college credits. Beyond the classroom, our students have the opportunity to participate in competitive athletics and a broad offering of club activities. The leadership, scholarship, and service of our students exemplifies the ideals of Methacton pride. The video you are viewing today is designed to help guide you and your child during the course selection process. Information from each of our department coordinators is included, with specific information about course progression through each subject area. The Program Planning Guide is a document that outlines in greater detail all processes associated with scheduling. This guide can be found on the Methacton High School webpage. Many of our course offerings have prerequisite requirements associated with scheduling the course. These prerequisites, as well as a waiver policy that allows students who approach but do not reach these requirements to still schedule certain courses, are all outlined in the Program Planning Guide. I am confident that your daughter or son will find Methacton High School to be a safe and nurturing place where she or he can learn and grow and can make friends and memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you for choosing Methacton High School. Go Warriors!
Hi, my name is Cindy Hartson. I'm the Secondary School Counseling Coordinator, and I would like to share some information with you about the scheduling process at Methacton High School. You will find a lot of information in the Program Planning Guide, which you can find online on the high school's main page. Once you click on the Program Planning Guide, you will be led to a link for the upcoming school year. This resource has a lot of information that includes a welcome letter from our principal, information regarding graduation requirements, course credits, course prerequisites, descriptions, as well as information about scheduling deadlines. Our graduation requirements let you and our students know how many credits are required in each subject area. At this point in time, we require the following. For English, we require 4 credits, Math 3, Science 3, Social Studies 4, Health, we require a quarter credit, Phys Ed in grades 9 through 12, 1.5 credits. In the Arts and Humanities, we require 2. Family Consumer Science requires a minimum of 0.25. Electives need to total at least 4.50. And then we need an additional credit in the area of math, science, computer, or technology. That will total 23.5 credits. To be eligible for graduation, a student in full residency shall satisfactorily complete the minimum program described above and demonstrate proficiency on the required Keystone exams. All students register for a minimum of 6 or maximum of 7 credits each year. It is important that all students select at least 2 alternate electives. These courses are selected in the event their first choice electives do not fit into their schedule. As with all of our classes, students should be reading the course descriptions so they are aware of what they will be taking. Once the courses are selected, students will have until the end of the school year to make changes. Otherwise, they will be scheduled into their classes or alternate choices for the upcoming year. Subject level placements. Our teachers will be making recommendations and you will see them online when completing the registration for classes. Students will be selecting what class their teacher is recommending, not what they want to take. Course change requests, these must be put in writing via email to your child's current school counselor prior to the last week of school in June. The high school has a 6-day cycle, similar to our COLA. For example, if a class has a value of 1 credit, it will meet every day all year. If a class meets every other day for 1 semester, it will receive a quarter credit. Classes equal to a half a credit could either meet every day for a semester or every other day all year. Some science classes carry more credits due to the time students are in the class for lab sessions. The Program Planning Guide is an excellent resource to become familiar with regarding the scheduling process. Course charts are in the beginning of the book, and they will provide a quick reference guide for you to see what we offer at the high school. As mentioned before, it is very important for students to read the course description located in the book under each department area, so they will be well aware of the course topics that will be taught, as well as the expectations. Courses cannot be changed the first week of school if a student decides they do not like a class they selected. A sample schedule, which is listed behind me, a student may have first period English, meets every day. Second period, they may have geometry. Third period, first semester, they may have a study hall every day. Second semester, they may have a public speaking class or other 0.5 elective. Environmental science meets every day. Lunch will be put in between their classes. And let's say, example, a student picks a language, French 2, and then they will have phys ed following the French every other day, and then every other day in the fall they may have consumer decisions, which will fulfill FCS requirement, and second semester they will have a study hall every other day. And they may end their day with a European Studies class. Students interested in attending North Monco Technical Career Center should be filling out an application and returning it to their school counselor. They will be signing up for a full complement of classes at the high school, and once they find out they have been accepted into the North Monco program, the school counselor will make the necessary adjustments to the schedule. There will be a place on the schedule card to indicate interest in North Monco as well. The North Monco open house will be occurring in the spring during our scheduling time. For more information, go to www.nmtcc.org. And in closing, I would like to remind you to reach out to your child's current counselor and teachers with any questions about schedule selections, and encourage your child to continue working diligently so they are able to enroll in the course they are most interested in taking. Thank you.
I'm here to talk about Methacton High School's 8th grade parent scheduling night, and I'm going to talk about science. You can see there's 3 choices for an incoming freshman. They could take academic environmental science, and then in 10th grade academic biology, and then from there, depending on their interests, they can do chemistry and then physics or AP classes. The second choice is they would take honors environmental science, and then they would take honors biology, and then again in 11th and 12th grade they would take sciences depending on their interests, chemistry, biology, AP classes. The third choice is they take honors biology and they take an accelerated environmental science because they're not taking environmental science and they need to know that. So it's a separate course, and I'll talk about that in the next slide. Then they would take dual enrollment chemistry or honors chemistry, or they could even take academic chemistry, so they don't have to stay in the honors track. And then again, they would take physics afterwards and then multiple AP classes. The advantage for taking honors biology in 9th grade is you're not taking environmental science, so you're accelerating through environmental science, and that allows you to take one more science class through your 10th, 11th, and 12th grade years. If you look on the next slide, you'll see that of the 3 choices, honors biology, honors environmental, and environmental science, there's requirements that you need for each. So if you're taking academic environmental, then you can see you just have to pass 8th grade science. If you're taking honors environmental, then you need a 90% or above in 8th grade academic science or an 85% in 8th grade honor science. And it's the same with honors biology. If you're taking that, you need 93% in 8th grade honors science or 95% in 8th grade academic. So those requirements are needed in order to take the course in the next year. As mentioned earlier, all 9th grade students will take an accelerated study, and you can see this independent study focus on the concepts of geology and environmental science, and it's a 0.20 credits for its graduation, and it's a pass-fail course. There'll be an instructor in there giving them guidance. The topics covered between honors environmental science and honors biology is ecosystems and energy flow, and you can see biodiversity, soil, populations, and pollution. There's a theme about human implications for the environment and solutions throughout the entire course. Honors biology is starting with the scientific method, and then it goes into biochemistry, talk about cells, membranes, respiration, photosynthesis. So the first half of the year is pretty much focusing on chemical energy. Then cellular reproduction, cancer, genetics, biotechnology, DNA, genetic engineering. The second half of the year is focusing on DNA and manipulation. And then lastly, they end with natural selection, classification, and then they do a dissection to go over all the different systems that were discussed throughout the year. You can see that you need 3 science courses for graduation requirements, and that those 3 credits are going to be covered by you taking the 3 courses throughout the academic curriculum. The difference between honors biology and honors environmental science is honors biology is a harder class. It goes more in depth in the concepts. There's a lot more responsibility for the student at home to do the work. So whereas honors environmental, the concepts are more concrete, in honors biology they're more abstract, which can make those concepts a little more difficult and comprehensive. Honors biology is a faster pace than honors environmental, and the students are expected in honors biology to read ahead, research, sometimes research without direction, but in honors environmental it's more teacher direction for the homework and for studying. Most students sometimes take honors environmental science and then take honors biology, and like that first year to see what an honors level class is like and to understand the responsibility needed, and that helps them with success in honors biology.
Students must earn 4 credits in English core courses in order to graduate. In 9th grade, Methacton offers 2 core courses, Academic English 9 Survey and Honors English 9. Both Academic English 9 Survey and Honors English 9 reinforce and work towards mastery of students' skills in reading, writing, speaking, listening, research, and technology.
Academic English 9 Survey is a full-year survey course that incorporates all major aspects of language arts. Students will read a variety of literary genres and write in several modes. Vocabulary development and the fundamentals of the research process in MLA format are also integral elements of the freshman course. Students are required to complete mandatory summer readings between 8th and 9th grade.
In order to qualify for Honors English 9, students must earn a 90% for the year in 8th grade English and have the recommendation of their 8th grade English teacher. Students will experience all aspects of the standard curriculum for 9th grade within an enriched atmosphere and increased rigor, which places major emphasis on critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, collaborative learning, and process writing. Students are required to complete mandatory summer readings between 8th and 9th grade. In addition to the required English credit, 9th graders can select from a variety of English elective courses. All English electives are semester courses worth 0.5 credits, and they are open to all students in grades 9th to 12th grade.
Sports and literature. There are no prerequisites in sports and literature. The course is designed for students who enjoy reading and discussing sports. Students will read a wide variety of print materials that reflect themes of heroism, tenacity, and hard work. This course will also include various styles of sports writing, including nonfiction, drama, and journalism.
There are no prerequisites to Intro to Film. This course is an introductory study to the art of cinema. It provides students with a foundation in the analysis of both narrative and cinematic style. The course will examine how narrative elements such as story, characters, and themes are interrelated with stylistic elements like settings, costumes, lighting, editing, cinematography, sound, and acting to help create and shape a film. The scope and sequence of the course will encompass both cinema history and specific genres and themes. Students must be active viewers and will be required to respond to films in large and small group discussions and in writing in an effort to increase their understanding and appreciation of film.
Mythology and J.R.R. Tolkien. There are no prerequisites to this course. Students in this class will come to understand the history, language, and peoples Tolkien created through an in-depth examination of The Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and Silmarillion. Various myths that inspired Tolkien's own work will be examined as well. Interested students will dive into a world of elves, hobbits, wizards, and men, and in the end gain a better understanding of the universal themes that make these stories so relevant today.
Creative writing. Students wishing to take creative writing must earn an 80% average in their previous core English course. This class is for students who want to explore the pleasure and rigor of writing creative fiction and nonfiction short stories. Required throughout the semester are numerous writing exercises, the reading and peer-to-peer discussion of student writing in workshop format, and the development of a portfolio. Writing assignments and analysis of creative writing examples will also be required. All students can expect a fun, supportive, hardworking, and productive class atmosphere that encourages experimentation and constructive criticism. The emphasis is on literary development as both a reader and a writer. This class is pass and fail.
Acting and theater arts. Students who wish to take acting and theater arts should possess strong reading skills. In this course, students will learn fundamentals of acting and the art of theater. Students are expected to exhibit responsible behavior and a positive attitude. This course requires memorization, reading, and analysis of plays and scenes that will accumulate in performances. Students will be required to participate in meaningful and thoughtful analysis of their work and the work of their peers. Areas of special interest such as costuming, set design, and makeup will also be explored. This course may be taken more than once for credit to allow students with a strong interest in acting to continue and learn and grow in this field of study. Public speaking. There are no prerequisites to public speaking. This course is designed to introduce the basics of public speaking. The initial curriculum will cover the setting, the purpose for the speech, selecting the resources necessary, and refining the methodology of oral presentations. The course will utilize these groundwork skills to introduce the fundamentals of debate and prepare the student to not only speak comfortably in public, but to also openly defend a personal point of view.
The following courses are available for incoming 9th graders in art: digital photography, graphic design, art 1, ceramic art 1, wheel throwing ceramic art. The advanced placement in studio art is intended for highly motivated students committed to serious study in art. The course, normally for 11th and 12th graders, involves significantly more time than most high school art courses. In this course, students will select their own areas of concentration. The studio art course is designed for the serious art student in his or her junior or senior year. Students are encouraged to take Art 1 through AP Studio Art if they're interested in art as a future study in that subject. The student responsibilities will vary greatly due to the specific requirements of the different courses. Grading is based on specific units of study in each course, and rubric grading procedures apply in each art course. Although art courses are elective, students are encouraged to take art classes to develop themselves as creative and inspired learners.
Methacton High School requires 4 credits of social studies to graduate. As you can see, the sequence is 9th grade European Studies, 10th grade World Cultures, 11th grade 20th Century American History, and 12th grade U.S. Government. For each required course, there is a replacement option at the honors and the advanced placement levels that also fulfills the grade level graduation requirement. In addition to the required courses and the honors and AP programs, there are several social studies electives offered 10 through 12th grades. For most of the social studies courses, we follow the general English and social studies requirement. Students earning at least 90% average for the year can advance to the next curricular level. which means to move from a 10th grade academic course to 11th grade honors course, the student must have earned at least 90% in the academic course, or 90% in an honors course to take the AP course. Students cannot skip curricular levels. In other words, students may not move from an academic level class to an AP level class. Please refer to the program planning guide for the few courses that do not follow the general requirement. All honors courses and all AP courses are weighted 1.1 and 1.2 respectively. All 9th grade students will complete a course in European Studies. European Studies and Honors European Studies follow the same scope and sequence, the Renaissance through 20th century dictators. The honors course increases the rigor through the use of more complex readings, increasing the depth of the learning in particular topics, and higher level writing assignments as well as assessments. The honors course expects students to be independent learners and to increase their work and study time outside of the classroom. The third option is Advanced Placement European History, that follows the framework designed by a college board. This course is as rigorous as a college-level course and prepares students for the successful completion of the AP European History exam. Students will be asked to analyze historical evidence and write analytical and interpretive essays as they explore the major themes of European history. This course is writing intensive. According to our AP European History instructor, students can expect 1 to 2 hours a night of reviewing or previewing materials. The requirements are twofold. Students must earn a 95 or higher in both 8th grade honors history and 8th grade honors English. Please refer to the Methacton High School Program Planning Guide for additional information on the 9th grade offerings or our social studies program in general.
The Methacton High School Gifted Department works with students identified with GIEPs to enhance their learning throughout high school. The Gifted Department has two major features to help students while they're in Methacton. The first is each student will have a GIEP case manager to help them develop goals and work towards their overall growth in their areas of strength. The department works collaboratively to create smooth transitions between each grade level. The second is our seminar course offerings. Through small class size and experienced teachers, gifted students have the opportunity to develop their strengths in these classes. The classes are tailored to help each grade level in a different way as students prepare for life after Methacton. A great feature of these courses is in the scheduling flexibility offered by our department. Seminar classes can be scheduled in a cascaded fashion to help any GIEP student with a study hall to be in seminar. Classes can also be scheduled heterogeneously by grade to increase student opportunity to enroll in their desired classes. Our programs are designed to help all GIEP students learn and grow while they are students at Methacton.
Hello, my name is Mr. McCoach and I'm the Director of Bands here at Methacton High School. I want to tell you a little bit about the music department and what we offer here for incoming 9th graders that you can schedule for your school day. We do have a wide range of extracurricular and co-curricular activities such as marching band, jazz ensemble, jazz choir, but specifically we're talking about things that you can do during the school day. On the band side, we have concert band. That runs two different ways. It can run every other day, either A, C, E, or a B, D, F, or it can run every day, A through F. It's able to be blocked with labs and things like that so that you're able to fit it in either 5 out of 6 or which is the preference, 5 out of 6, or you can fit it as 2 out of 3. There are some evening rehearsals as we get closer to the concerts, so we can bring all the different band classes together to prepare for the concerts. That is both a winter and a spring concert, and that's the same for band, chorus, and orchestra. For chorus, there's two different ensembles that you can schedule. One is the general chorus, and then the other is the concert chorale. In the wintertime, Mrs. Francisco, who is the choir director, we'll be visiting the school to audition everybody for those ensembles. If you want something that is a little bit more challenging and does have a Monday night rehearsal through the school year, you can audition and successfully make it into the concert chorale. Then in the springtime, as we get closer to scheduling time, Mrs. Francisco will let you know which of those two ensembles you are in so that you are selecting the right one at the scheduling time. On the orchestra side, we have the string orchestra that Miss McGann is the director for, and that ensemble, just like the concert band, work just like the other ensembles in terms of you can have an ACE, B, D, F, or you can have an A through F. Also able to be blocked up against labs and things like that so that you can have 5 out of 6 or 2 out of 3. Other things that are part of the music department are music theory. That is an option as well. And as you progress through your years here at the high school, there are also, there's a music audio recording class that is going to begin. There's also guitar, as well as AP music theory. And that's generally the offerings here at the high school. But as incoming 9th graders, really what you're looking at is to make sure that you can get yourself successfully scheduled into the 3 different ensembles: band, chorus, and orchestra. If you ever have any questions, you're always free to email any of us, Mrs. Francisco, Miss McGann, or me, Mr. McCoach, here at the high school, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Bienvenue, willkommen, bienvenido. On behalf of Methacton High School's World Language Department, I welcome you. Should you still have any questions after listening to this short presentation, and after reviewing the information on the 4 slides, please refer to some more in-depth details that can be found in the World Language Department section of the High School Program Planning Guide. First of all, it takes years for someone to become fluent in a foreign language. However, through practice and determination, students can progress toward the direction of becoming fluent or fluid in their language skills. The goal of our Methacton students is to improve communication competencies as students continue their journey from one level to the next. While learning to communicate through speaking and writing, students should also want to expand their cultural knowledge so that they not only learn more about the world outside their own, but also learn more about their own world in which they live. Some 9th graders will be taking world language for the first time and may choose among 3 languages: French, German, or Spanish. In Level 1, students will learn to speak primarily in the present tense and a bit in future tense. They will practice lots of new vocabulary via reading, writing, listening, and speaking activities. A 70% average is needed to continue on to Level 2. Other 9th graders will continue on to Academic Level 2 or Level 2 Honors of the same language they studied at Arcola. They will learn to speak in the past tense and enhance their vocabulary base. The curriculum is the same for both Level 2 and 2 Honors. However, there are fewer grammar and vocabulary practice activities in the honors classes in order to allow time for pre-AP activities. Honors students who eventually plan to take an AP World Language course their senior year will need extra practice in reading, writing, listening, and speaking, thus the pre-AP skill-building activities. Please keep in mind that a 92% average is required on assessments from the previous year to enter an honors program in world language for the first time, and 85% average is required to remain in the honors program. Although a minimum of 2 years of language learning is required for most colleges and universities, Level 1 at the middle school does not count toward those 2 years. A student must take 2 consecutive years at the high school level. Many students opt to take a foreign language the entire time they are in high school so that they can reach their highest level of proficiency before entering college and the workforce. In many situations, multiple teachers teach the same course at the high school. Therefore, these teachers discuss their lesson plans, use the same assessments such as quizzes, tests, and oral activities, and share their rubrics so that all classes will have covered the same course material, and students will be assessed equally. Unlike the middle school experience, in which students have the opportunity to meet with teachers during 8th period for additional support, the high school has no such schedule. Our high school students must learn to advocate for themselves, to ask teachers when they can schedule an opportune time to meet for extra help or discuss a problem, be it before school or after school or during a study hall. There will be a variety of new experiences for students as they enter the high school scene. From time to time, we will offer culturally based field trips, as well as opportunities for travel abroad. As students become more proficient, they may want to take advantage of tutoring others in a lower level, as this is an excellent way to volunteer their time. World language students enjoy learning all aspects of culture while in class and sometimes outside of class. Although field trips such as excursions to festivals, museums, or restaurants are not mandatory, they are highly recommended. Every 2 years, French, German, and Spanish teachers have offered and continue to plan to offer opportunities for travel abroad, either as school-to-school exchange programs during the academic school year or as a summer language immersion tour program. These language immersion experiences help students to gain self-confidence and to improve their conversational skills. This type of travel experience is also very impressive on a college resume. Merci beaucoup. Dankeschön. Muchas gracias.
Be speaking a little bit about the mathematics department here at Methacton High School. The things I'll touch on in this are our department goals and standards, common assessments and cumulative assessments, math electives, and our course sequencing as well. Our department goals are to do a couple things. Primarily, we want to prepare students to be critical thinkers. We want to implement a consistently rigorous curriculum across all levels. We want to develop our connections across our disciplines, and we want to prepare students well for a post-secondary education. As you can see on the right side of the slide here, we do have our Methacton MHS Mathematics Standard of Practice, and it lists kind of explicitly all the things that we seek to do in each of our courses. In terms of our math department here at the high school, we do have a number of electives. Currently, we have an Advanced Placement Statistics course, an Advanced Placement Calculus AB course, an Advanced Placement Calculus BC course, and we have a number of computer programming electives that I'll touch on in a second. Additionally, we are developing an academic statistics course that will be in place hopefully for the 2020-2021 school year. In terms of our computer programming courses, we do have a number of options at the high school. We have a robotics and electronics course. We have AP Computer Science A. We have AP Computer Science Principles. We have Advanced Java Concepts as well. If you notice, the feeder into all of those programs is our Intro to Programming. The top courses are open to all grades and each one is a semester long. To get into the Intro to Programming course, it is a minimum of 80% in an Algebra 1 course. This does feed into our AP Computer Science A course. Our AP Computer Science Principle course develops principles that also feeds into the AP Computer Science A course as well. We are looking to develop and strengthen our computer science programming to reflect the world around us. In terms of course sequencing, there's a diagram here that just outlines the paths that students can go from Algebra 1. Please note this does not include our honors sequencing. To move from our non-honors track to our honors sequencing does require a placement test. Information for those is issued in the spring of every school year as students are looking to change tracks potentially. Our Algebra 1 course leads to a number of different options. The prereqs are not on here, but they can be found in the program planning guide. Algebra 1 can lead to fundamentals of geometry or geometry. From fundamentals, students would progress to Algebra 2. From geometry, students, depending on their outcome, would be an Algebra 2 or Algebra 2 trade curriculum. You'll notice both of our Algebra 2 and Algebra 2 trade curriculums lead to our Algebra 3 and trade curriculum, again, dependent on prereqs and outcomes from those courses. Algebra 2 trade can go to pre-calculus, which eventually leads to contemporary calc. Please note that missing block in the middle will hopefully be filled with our academic statistics course by the year 2021. The high school does offer a variety of different courses. You'll notice that we do have a number of electives as well. Our goal as a high school math department is to produce high-achieving students across all disciplines and send students off to secondary education well prepared to tackle the tasks that they see there. If you have any questions or concerns, you can please contact the head of the department. Thank you.
The Health and Physical Education program helps students grow physically, mentally, and socially. Physical education classes promote total fitness by developing cardiovascular and muscular strength, coordination, social skills, and healthful habits. The 9th and 10th grade program places an emphasis on movement training, team sports, and swimming, while lifetime sports and recreational activities are introduced in the 11th and 12th grade program. Students who need physical or remedial help will be scheduled for the Adapted Physical Education program. This need will be determined by the student's instructors, physician, and/or school personnel. 3 years of physical education are required by the Methacton School District. Satisfactory completion of health and physical education is a graduation requirement. Beginning in the 10th grade year, students are to take and pass the required health course. Satisfactory completion of this course is a graduation requirement. In addition, the American Heart Association First Aid and CPR course is offered as an elective. However, it cannot be substituted for a required health or physical education course. Students unable to meet requirements of any PE course due to medical reasons shall be withdrawn without penalty and required to make up the course during another semester. The purpose of the 9th and 10th grade physical education curriculum is to better prepare our students for life's physical challenges through developing mental toughness, perseverance, and leadership skills. This curriculum is based on a 2-year cycle, and students are required to complete at least one marking period of aquatics each year. Activities in 9th and 10th grade include building community through movement training, team sports and lifetime activities, and aquatics with basic swimming strokes, aquatic fitness, and water safety. The purpose of the 11th and 12th grade physical education course is for students to understand that the potential for optimal living is in large measure dependent upon identifying and participating in enjoyable activities which promote improved physical fitness. Through exposure to a wide variety of activities, our hope is to promote a healthy, active lifestyle that will last beyond the experiences in these classes. Activities include team sports, lifetime activities, adventure activities, basic weightlifting, fitness testing with an emphasis on functional movements, alternative fitness activities, and team building and cooperative activities. The purpose of the Responsible Health Behaviors course is to guide students in developing sound knowledge and using it to make intelligent health decisions. Responsible health behaviors includes content such as wellness and stress, mental health, bullying and harassment, depression, eating disorders, tobacco, alcohol and substance abuse, nutrition, and sexuality. Thank you, and on behalf of the entire Health and Physical Education Department, we look forward to working with your children to promote a healthy, active lifestyle.
At the high school, teachers in the Special Education Department provide ongoing support for students with IEPs. The IEP team's primary focus is the student's transition plan from high school into post-secondary education, vocational training, or the workforce. Methacton High School offers multiple levels of support, ranging from in-class supports to full-time supported instruction. Each student with an IEP is assigned a case manager based on schedules. Case managers work closely with subject area teachers in order to provide individualized support in meeting the needs of each student on their caseload. Most students will see their case manager daily. IEP-specific questions or concerns should be brought directly to the case manager. Subject-specific questions should be directed to the subject area teacher. Any other concerns should be directed to the supervisor of secondary special education.
The business department has a variety of courses that will better prepare the students for life after high school. Courses that are offered are Introduction to Business, Entrepreneurship, Marketing, Accounting, Business Law, and Personal Finance. Students take business classes to learn about the world of business in which they live, to explore careers in business and other professions, and to gain financial knowledge in order to make better decisions. Methacton's Tech Ed department focuses on hands-on learning that revolves around science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, otherwise known as STEM. Tech Ed takes concepts that you have already learned in your core classes and applies them to computer-aided design, drafting, 3D printing, woodshop, machining, fabrication, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, and electronics. The Television Production Studio offers a number of opportunities for students who may be looking towards a job in television or film. In the introductory course, students learn the basic hardware of television production, including camera operation, audio mixing, graphics, switching, and video editing. Introductory students will also learn how to be on the other side of the camera and will conduct news reports, movie reviews, and infomercials. Advanced students will go on to help create the Year in Review, a video yearbook that includes event, sports, student, and club highlights. Others may choose to take the movie making course, during which students will make films for both the high school film festival and for national and local film contests. Students of Family and Consumer Sciences learn about issues that affect individuals, families, and communities, especially issues that relate to the basic needs of food, shelter, clothing, and relationships. Family and Consumer Science helps people make informed decisions about their well-being, relationships, and resources to achieve optimal quality of life.
What I like about the high school is that you get a lot more freedom than you do in Arcola. Everything's a lot more relaxed and like go with the flow kind of thing.
But I think after the first marking period, because it's over now, I think I've adjusted a little bit and it's a little bit better, but it's still a lot more challenging.
Is that there's a lot of different options for what you want to do, like especially like elective wise, and like you take your education into your own hands.
I kind of like that the classes are a bit more challenging than they were in Arcola.
You're responsible for your own work. Like teachers aren't going to chase after you to make up a test or like turn in a homework assignment. Like it's up to you to take your like education in your own hands.
I'm actually looking forward to scheduling driver's ed, because like high school is like about that time where you're just learning how to drive.
Well, next semester I take Intro to Business, and I'm excited about that because that's definitely something that I might want to go into as a career. But I'm also excited about driver's ed.
I really want to take creative writing because I feel like I would be a good writer, so that's what I would be excited for. And I'm also in public speaking right now. Honestly, feel like it's helping me out.
I'm taking acting right now, and I think it's a lot of fun.
My favorite class would definitely have to be Mr. Azamora's social studies class.
And I'm actually also taking Intro to Business next semester as well, and I'm really excited for that because, I don't know, I think it's a good thing for almost anybody to have because it gives you a good sense of what it might be like in the future.
I'm actually taking Consumer Decisions right now, and it's actually a really good class.
Oh, my favorite class is definitely Mr. Alzamora's European Studies. He's just a really great teacher, and he gets things to stick.
And Period 7 Art with Mr. Coons.
Photography is pretty fun.
Mr. Coons is a great art teacher. He's very lax. The class is relaxed. It's a great way to end the day.
Because your future starts like now. Like your grades from 9th, 10th, and 11th grade are like so important to college, so.
Just schedule what you want. Have fun with it, you know?
Like you should definitely pick something that you're interested in.
And also when picking electives, like pick something that you're going to enjoy. Like